anything, I don't think I was wrong.
I think I'm never wrong. I'm just early.
He stinks!
Tell us how you really feel, David.
Look me in the eye, all right? I hate this guy. He's terrible.
Not so fast. Not so fast like the great Lee Corzo says.
His hands are bricks. Hello and welcome to a special mid-season episode of Ain't That Our Ball. There are 18 weeks in the NFL season. We're post week 9, so we're at the exact halfway mark. We got a couple exciting things to look at and look back on. To start, I'm David Scott. Alongside me is NFL expert Ryan Sanudo. 9 weeks in the books. How you feeling about this season?
Man, it's gone by like the blink of an eye, you know? It's just amazing how fast this NFL season goes. Can't wait to get things started.
All right, so since we're at the midpoint of the season, we're going to take a look back at some of the things that we've said on this show that may or may not be correct. We don't know what's coming. Our producers and editors have pulled together some clips to, I think they want to embarrass us, but we're going to have a look in real time about what we said in the past and have some hopefully not too terrible reactions to it.
One thing we do know is the Ravens' defense is going to be deadly. If anyone's going to give the Chiefs a run for their money, I could see it being the Ravens. Just their roster is a little bit better constructed. I think they can click a little bit better on the offense this year.
At the same time, I have the Ravens making it to the Super Bowl.
Oh, both of us.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, that
freezing cold takes. Jeez.
the Ravens defense one is especially bad because they are the worst unit in the league.
I'll defend my Ravens take, but with you and the just being explosive defense fire.
They were supposed to be good.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one.
You said they were going to
I
make
don't know
the
about
Super
that
Bowl.
one. Well, it was hinged on Lamar Jackson being healthy.
Okay.
That's my excuse. You don't have an excuse. The defense has just been top to bottom terrible.
I do have an excuse because they were supposed to be so good. Listen, hindsight is 20/20 or whatever. Like this team going into the season, we knew that they were supposed to be a solid unit. There was hope from last year. They were a really good team. You've got an MVP quarterback, and then just the Lamar injury obviously is one of the biggest things. And then just the defense comes out flat. All right, well let's take a look at our next just awful take.
Dak, get him in the pocket, keep him in the pocket. You're not going to expect any movement out of him because he's a stationary type quarterback. So he's looking good in training camp, and I expect a stellar season, and I expect a comeback player of the year award out of him.
Oh, all right. Well,
you mean good take, not bad take.
All right.
Yeah,
there we go.
There you go.
All right. Well, I think we've been highly praising Dak Prescott throughout the year. We both really like him. Getting that in there early season is really good. He's been stellar, and we've said in the past couple weeks that he looks like an MVP, so even better than comeback player of the year. But that Cowboys offense has been so good. The Cowboys defense we don't got to talk about.
But Dak Prescott, just look at his stat line, just amazing. And it's like his season in 2022 or 2023. I think it was 2023 where he was a top 3 MVP candidate. Dak, I've really liked his play. It's just unfortunate the defense hasn't been helping him. He has to always respond with a touchdown, and there's only so many times you can do that. So Dak just been stellar, standout player, and I think he's going to be a top 5 MVP candidate, probably top 3 in the league. And so when it comes to the Cowboys, people hate them, but they don't realize there are some good players on the team, and it starts with Dak Prescott.
All right, well, I think we got some more clips here.
If you told me that 3 teams out of the 4 in this division were going to make the playoffs, I would probably agree with you and say that the Packers are the ones that are not going to make it. You're right, the star power is not really there.
Ooh, this is a bad one.
I think that got better after last week.
This is a bad one. I don't know.
They're in first place right now. All right, they're in first place right now. I think the Lions look better than them. The Vikings just beat the Lions. I think the Bears look pretty good. I'm going to defend this one.
Oh, wow. Double down.
I'm going to
double down.
I'm going to
You're
double down
dying on this hill.
I
wouldn't die on this hill with you, by the way. You can stay on that hill.
All right, here's why I'm going to double down
You can
on this
stay on
one.
that hill.
They looked so atrocious against the Carolina Panthers of all teams. Sure, they've had some good wins sprinkled in there, but I really do think that as the season, we got 9 more weeks. 9 more weeks, and we just saw at the last week of the first half.
I respect you for this, Dave.
They lost to the Carolina Panthers. I think if last week didn't happen, I'm sitting here shaking my head and hands. But after last week, I don't feel too bad about this. All right, last one.
I don't think the Bills improved all that much from last year. I think you could almost say they got worse. I think looking at it right now, I wouldn't expect the Bills to beat the Chiefs in the playoffs, especially considering how their history has been.
I think the Super Bowl window is still here. You know, it's almost the same team as last year, except adding guys, in the draft, and you get a second year in Xavier Worthy.
My main defense is that they're in second place in the division. So I really didn't think that the Bills were. I didn't think that the Bills had vastly improved, and I actually think you could still say that when you look at their roster, it's not much better. And actually, if anything, I don't think I was wrong.
Definitely. And look, the Chiefs, they're a contender. They're always going to be a contender. They only beat the Bills almost every single time. Actually, every single time in the playoffs against Josh Allen. I feel like there are certain plays they're saying, you know what, we'll save that for the playoffs. Let the Bills have their fun in the regular season. Come playoff time, we know what to do. We do it at home, on the road, doesn't matter. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and everyone, they're going to be fine.
There's a couple bad takes that we had in there, but I think they're not too terrible. The Ravens one, yeah, that's pretty ugly.
I wouldn't like the producers right now if I were you. They put a lot of bad.
I know there
takes
was more clips of me in there.
I don't know about that one.
I'm sure I
liked it.
I bet I could dig up some more dirt on you. That was pretty fun though.
That was good.
Hopefully we'll check that out at the end of the season as well. All right, so let's do. We did this before the season. Lots of things have changed, so we'll do one more at the halfway point, and I'm sure we'll do one more when the regular season ends. Let's do Super Bowl predictions from both sides. Give me your Super Bowl matchup, Super Bowl winner predictions.
I think I'm never wrong. I'm just early. Last year, I had Chiefs-Lions. Didn't happen. I think it's going to happen this year. I'll believe it when I see it. I need someone to beat them before I can say, okay, the Chiefs, they're not going to make it Super Bowl.
I'm going to go with the Chiefs as well until someone proves me wrong. On the NFC side, I'm going to go with the Rams. I like Matthew Stafford and what the Rams are doing. Rams, Chiefs, and I'm going to give it to the Rams. I like them a lot this year. I think Matthew Stafford adds to his resume. But, 9 more weeks, we'll see what more changes. Our busts and surprises from the year so far. How about you start by telling me who is your bust in the AFC?
I'm going to go with a player, Brian Thomas. I feel like we saw his emergence last year, a first-round pick. He was just amazing. He was catching balls left and right, even with Mac Jones. This year has just been the total opposite. He's caught only 50% of his passes. He's just been terrible in terms of catching the football, even getting open. He's not on the same page with Trevor Lawrence. Meanwhile, that's a reason why the Jaguars offense has been struggling. So they've looked for answers in that offense, and Brian Thomas hasn't answered the call.
He stinks. Man, what a terrible year. You got such high expectations. You think he's going to take a big step forward. Like, what a great rookie season. He stinks. I mean, this is just terrible. Like, you think the connection with Trevor Lawrence would have gotten better. You think he would have gotten crisper as a route runner. He would have adjusted to NFL coverage. It seems like NFL coverage has adjusted to him, and the game is going too fast for him, and his hands are bricks.
Oh, it's been terrible.
It's ugly. I don't know what happened to him. I hope for his sake that he can pick it up in the second half of the season, but yeah, really, really disappointing. To go to my bust in the NFC, I'm sticking with a wide receiver as well. I'm going with Jameson Williams of the Detroit Lions. I thought this guy was going to be a stud this year. I thought this year was the year that he skyrockets. He crosses 1,000 yards for the first time last year. I go, oh, he's going to have a huge part in this offense. Like, they're really going to take a huge step forward with him. They're going to feed him the ball. He's so fast. He's just such a great weapon. He stinks. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. He's running some cardio games out there. It's just they don't use him. Jared Goff hates him.
Tell us how you really feel, David. Tell us how you really
use him
feel.
Anywhere. Everyone in this offense has priority over Jameson Williams, and it's so weird. But let's move on to things that are surprising us, things that are going well so far this year. What have you seen in the first 9 weeks that has surprised you?
Oh, New England Patriots. Yes, the Indianapolis Colts are 7-2, but I feel like they had 8 wins last year. So they weren't a really terrible team last year. The Patriots, meanwhile, they won 4 games last year. There was total chaos. There was so much drama. Drake May looked terrible last year. And this year, with Mike Vrabel and company, they've been amazing.
Vrabel was just the perfect coaching hire for the Patriots. And it pains me that the Patriots get to have a 1-year rebuild while our Jets and Dolphins are stuck in purgatory forever.
As a Jets fan and for you as a Dolphins fan, it hurts to say the Patriots are back.
It is what it is now. We'll watch it unfold, but they're going to be deep playoff contenders. I'm going to slide over into my surprise so far this year in the NFC, and it's Mac McCorkle-Jones. I mean, come on now. He has been spectacular. I don't think the 49ers would be in the position they're in right now if not for Mac Jones. He looks great. I think he looks like a really good quarterback. And part of that you could say is Shanahan's system. I think his system could make any quarterback look good.
It helps having McCaffrey in that
help, yeah.
backfield, just throwing like quick slant routes to McCaffrey or, check downs to McCaffrey. So Mac Jones is in the perfect spot right now in San Francisco. And like you said, I think he's going to go to another team probably. They'll stick with Purdy. You probably won't like that, but he'll probably go somewhere else. Mac Jones. And hey, if you're the New York Jets, Justin Fields is not the answer. You want a bridge quarterback and you don't want to take a quarterback next year, Mac Jones could be your guy in New York. Now, maybe Mac Jones wouldn't want to go there in New York, but hey, if there's a starting job out there, I think he would be willing to do it.
Let's move on from our bust and surprise and talk about the coaching hot seats. It happens every year. We've got the coaching carousel. Some guys have been fired already. Some guys are expected to be fired. But let's talk about who we think might be going this year. Who is the seat is getting hotter on? Who do you got so far this year?
Mike McDaniel should be on the hot seat, but at the same time, with owner Stephen Ross, he's been saying that he's going to stick with him, even possibly for next year too. So if you look at those stats, man, they've regressed mightily, and it starts with Mike McDaniel. You're the head coach, and you let this happen. It's been very brutal for him.
I hate this guy. I've watched him for a couple years now, and at the start, boy, were we having fun. I thought this could be something. I thought we could build an offense that could win something, and then we lost both times when we tried in the playoffs, and then we just became terrible. And I hate this guy. Look me in the eye, all right? I hate this guy. He's terrible. He should not be here for another year. Tua stinks too, but this guy, he is not head coach material. Like you want a head coach that is like a leader of men. That's what I think the trend has been recently. You want a Dan Campbell who your guys are going to run through a wall for. This guy is smaller than me. Like I'm sure there's small guys like Sean McVay, but man, he can get fired up. Like he can get angry.
Yeah.
This dude's wearing capris on the sideline.
Yeah.
I don't. That's all I'll give you. Just get rid of him. We don't need another year of this.
I don't think he could control a locker room. I just don't think he can do
No.
it. You let Tua basically say, oh, these guys aren't going to meetings. They should be. How are you letting this quarterback say these things? You should have told him a couple years in, like, these are things you say to media. This is what you don't say to the media. And Tua's saying the wrong things to the media. Mike McDaniel's so bad with the media as well. Just PR, I feel like it's awful in Miami. And I feel like he'd be a great offensive coordinator, not a head coach.
Yeah, well, now that you've gotten me angry about my team, I'm going to flip the script on you. I think Aaron Glenn should be gone this year. One and dones are pretty rare in the NFL. I think we've seen pretty quickly that Aaron Glenn is not the guy for the Jets. And sure, they got a nice Cinderella story win against the Bengals, but lordy, they have looked really bad. Aaron Glenn has not put on a good showing. I think he's shown pretty clearly that he cannot lead this team. He's supposed to be a defensive coach, and woof.
Not so fast. Not so fast like the great Lee Corzo says. Look, it's terrible. 1-7, but who thought this was going to be a great team? No one did. Yes, it's been probably the worst outcome imaginable, but the offense has just been terrible, and it's not on Glenn. It's on the offense. He's not an offensive guy. Justin Fields has been terrible. He can't throw the ball downfield, and it all starts with the quarterback at the end of the day. It's a quarterback-driven league. Yes, the defense has been brutal with Aaron Glenn, but apparently, I mean, they say it. Steve Wilks calls the plays. Glenn is supposed to be, time management and all that. Steve Wilks is one of the worst defensive coordinators in the league. And you look at his resume, he's been brutal everywhere he goes. Cardinals, Carolina. So you got to get rid of Steve Wilks. The offense, you got to get rid of Justin Fields. And they just traded away Sauce Gardner and Quinnen. So don't expect the defense to be any better. I will agree with you, though, when it comes to Glenn. I don't like the time management skills, the game management skills. That has to be cleaned up. But let's be honest, this team wasn't going anywhere this year. This was supposed to be just a year where, you get 4 or 5 wins. Hey, I think there's still a couple wins on that, schedule. It's not great right now, but I would give it one more year. And if it's looking like this at this point next year, time to go.
I think it might be looking like this at this point next year, but
okay, we'll see.
We'll see about that.
See, yeah.
We're going to go into the other side of New York because there's one head coach in New York who's been here much longer than he should have been. Brian Daboll. Don't know why the Giants have kept him so long. Every year it seems like he's convinced them that, hey, I just need one more year to get this going. I just need one more year to get this going. And it's never got going. The team appears to be getting more talented as the years have gone on. You've gotten rid of Daniel Jones, who might be good now, but Jackson Dart's come in. You had Malik Neighbors. The defense is a good defensive unit. They still need some work on the secondary, but slowly but surely they're building things up. And there's still no wins.
And that combo, Shane and Dable, they got to go. They got to go. I haven't seen anything on the field to make me expect good things in the future. They lucked out in getting Jackson Dart. He was there, you take him, great. Everything else has been very iffy, in my opinion, and I feel like Brian Dable will be on the unemployment line after the season.
That's going to do it for our mid-season special of Ain't That Our Ball. You can catch our normal show every Thursday. You can watch our tactics show every Monday. Please leave a like and subscribe, and let us know what your bad takes were this preseason and who you think is going to be a surprise the rest of the way.